So this is Jim and Ben with DC Digital, and today we're demonstrating a couple of new products. DC-25 15-digit on the right rate display. It also can be used as a pace counter or a tack timer or counter. And then the one on the left is a DC-25 12-digit rate display. Also could be used for tack timer or pace counter. They are web-based, so all you need is a browser to control them. These specific counters are counting potatoes per second. So they're going to bring awareness to the customers at this specific franchise restaurant. The one on the right is a franchise whole, all the franchises keeping track of how many potatoes per second. And the one on the left is a local store keeping track of how many potatoes per second. Like I said, they are browser based, so they take a Ethernet cable. They could be run off of PoE, but this specific customer is using the wall adapter. But that is a web page per unit, so you have a web page per unit in a browser using a browser-based computer or cell phone or whatnot, right? Tablet, any above. 2.3-inch high LED digits, brushed aluminum enclosures. Normally our enclosures are black powder coated. They have adjustable mounting tabs on the back so you can hang them on the wall or set them on the desk if you like. Like I said earlier, it's a 120 volt wall adapter with a 6-foot cord, 2.1 millimeter coaxial plug. Ethernet is an RJ45. And so how to set them up. Now Ben, he's here, he's the expert on the network and how to set them all up, and he's going to take us through there.
Okay, so these are network based, as Jim mentioned. This one on the left here on the screen is the left display on the table, and the right one on the screen is the right display on the table. This one is counting in the billions, this one is counting in the 100 millions. 118 million. They are DHCP enabled, so when you connect them to your network, if your network is set up for DHCP, they will automatically obtain an IP address and all their network settings. And the network settings are really only there so that you can access the settings to set the rate. So you can set the starting value and set the rate at which it will increment. So right now we're counting 5 times every second, 5.25 pounds per second is what we're counting. And we started at a value in the 1.7 billion. And over here we are counting the same rate and we're starting in 118 million. Okay, this one you can set a value up to 12 nines. This one you can set a value up to 15 nines. The rates can be anywhere from 0.01 or 1 every 100 seconds to 100.0 or 100 pounds per second. You can set the network settings up for static as opposed to DHCP, and then you can set in the values there. You can also change the name of the device, and you can change the username and password. Those affect these two tabs and the accessibility of these two tabs.
So there's 3 tabs. There's a home tab, which has your number, your rate, actual rate, which is kind of delayed because it's only being refreshed once a second, and that depends on the rate, whether the rate is faster than once per second. But it will eventually display that. Then your middle tab is your system setup, right? And then your right tab is your network setup.
Correct.
So, what's the difference between the system setup and the network?
So the system setup is just the rate and starting value.
Okay.
And network settings is your password and then your network configuration settings.
So the one on the left, you can only put 12 digits in, up to 9, all nines. And on the one on the right, we've got it set up so you can only put in 15 digits. So 15 or less you can put in. You can't put in decimals or any of that. And then that'll just directly send it to the display and start counting at that rate. And you have them as 5.25.
Correct.
All right. Very good. Again, this is Ben and Jim with DC Digital, and we're demonstrating a DC-25, 15 digit on the right and 12 digit on the left rate displays. Thank you.